Well, Brock Lesnar heard it through the grapevine. Roman's on his way, but Brock will wreck the whole locker room. But he heard it through the grapevine. And he heard it through the grapevine. And he's ready for a good time. Oh, okay. That was a mistake. I'm never going to do that again until 3 weeks from now. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE Smackdown from Brooklyn, New York. No sleep till Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Okay, I don't have any more energy to do any singing right there. Boy, that was terrible. I'm sorry to every AC/DC fan, living or dead, for that bad rendition. But yes, Brock decided to have a grape time in Roman's office. I mean, come on, I have to make the bad pun there. It's what I do. This show was not that bad, despite the fact they decided to do a package on Happy Corbin for no goddamn reason. Also, we're 8 days away from the most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in WWE history. Do you have WrestleMania fever? I did. I had to take a shot for it. It was very uncomfortable. I didn't know that such a rash could come from WrestleMania season. Maybe it came from, that trip down memory lane. Wait, that was down by a dumpster near the end of Marysville. Let's move on from that. Recaps of Bork and the Roman, from the planet Roman. And I do want to quickly mention, though, this Shad Gaspard is going to be the recipient of what should be the Shad Gaspard Award, not the Warrior Award. Why? Because Shad Gaspard is an actual hero. It's terrible that he is no longer here and that his son gets to know that his dad was a father. It's just a shame that Shad is no longer with us. But he made the ultimate sacrifice. Anybody would that has kids. A real shame. But name it the Shad Gaspard Award, not the Warrior Award. Because I'm going to say once again, I don't fucking care if people get upset. Fuck the Ultimate Warrior. I'm glad he's dead. He was a prick to Bobby Heenan. He made fun of his cancer. And by the way, the Warrior Foundation worked with Susan G. Komen. Susan G. Scamming, as it were. That's basically, a 1-2 punch of fucking bullshit. So again, fuck the Ultimate Warrior. I'm glad he's dead. But congratulations, Shad Gaspard. Petition to make it the Shad Gaspard Award. Let's see if somebody will actually do that. So, Bork is backstage with Kayla. God damn, Kayla. And he says he bought Roman a new SUV for breaking up the other one with the forklift, and says that he will give it to him tonight. And then he's just having a whole lot of fun. I mean, $12 million a year will do that. He says, I'm going to go sit in his locker room area, or his suite, or whatever the fuck it is. It's a pretty nice area. Really nice area. Fruits, veggies, and champagne. Champagne? I didn't know you were such a connoisseur. And he puts his feet on the table, and it wasn't a breakaway table, but Bork is just that strong. He destroys it. And he's just having fun. Because why the fuck wouldn't he? Then we get to Boogs strumming his instrument. Here comes Nakamura, dressed like a chef, Chef-amura, as it were. And the Usos have their entrance, and it's the Eye of Usoran, because that's basically what it is. It's a giant eye. It's their third eye exposed. Maybe a bad thing to say right there. And we get a jump start by all four, but it's a singles match. So we go to the break to settle things down, and also for the fact that we can't pace this show well at all. Nakamura with Boogs took on Jimmy with Jay. It was fine. Actually, this is a pretty good match. I also just didn't care, because unfortunately, I'm not really given much of a reason to care about the tag team divisions. Again, well worked. At one point we get a distraction, and Nakamura's all distracted. How dare you lay out Rick Boogs? But then, you don't tug on Boogs' instrument, you don't spit into the wind, or he's going to throw you into the post and Nakamura's going to win. With the chin salsa, as it were. Thank you very much, Derb, for coming up with that. And yeah, Nakamura wins. Then we get Raw recaps with Owens as Austin to fill time. Then we get, oh, God damn it. We get Bork back in the office, or in the locker room, wherever the fuck that was, and it looked like Bork was just having the great time of his life, and he did it all before, and then he picked up Kayla like that, and never mind. And then he throws the champagne. This champagne tastes like poop. You can't swear on the Fox News Network. So, Taker will be inducted in the Hall of Fame by Vince. That's fitting, given how much they were intertwined and how Vince came, up with the character. Taker put a lot of himself in it. Regardless of how I feel about Taker personally, don't worry. I will say that if I do review the Hall of Fame, maybe. I don't know if I will. We will see. So we get a Drew promo. He will destroy Corbin at Mania. We get a Corbin video package from Sloppy Corbin to Happy Corbin, and I don't care. Also, Moss angered Corbin, and Corbin left. Please stop this. Stop this teaming. Stop it. Get some help. So, the Newsies bunch, that's what Sheamus, Ridge, and Pete Butch Dunn are, because, seriously, they look like they should be delivering papers. You know, Butch, big deal, yeah, want to fight about it? Bully. That's basically what it is. They're the Newsies bunch now. And Kofi says, hey, I said you were going to face a New Day. I didn't say which member. Xavier is back. Xavier is facing you. And nobody handed Cole the format because he didn't seem to understand that. But then again, you could hand Cole the format and he probably still wouldn't understand it because what a maneuver. Oh my, for the love of mankind. Why'd you read that while Shane had just fallen off of the cell, you fucking idiot. So, roll up literally in a minute. 1, 2, 3. Xavier wins. I get the feeling this is going to be a burial of sorts for Ridge Holland because maybe they're upset that Big E may be out for a while or may not wrestle again, and they're tired of Ridge being a bit clumsy, even though I don't think he means to. Maybe he's getting that reputation. Maybe he's done this on other shows besides the one with Gargano we just haven't noticed. But whatever. I do hope the Big E's going to have a great quality of life whether he comes back to the ring or not. But that was a roll-up within a minute. Heyman then is way too close to the phone, and him and Roman are in a back seat somewhere. Roman talks about the various meats and sides that they both ingested, and says if Bork isn't out of his locker room, he will beat his ass. He will smash him and make him bleed. That's a lot of hard smashing. Ronda then says she's going to make Charlotte give it to her at Mania. I think I heard that right. Charlotte shows up dressed as one of the Killer Bees in some studio setting somewhere in front of a live, somewhat studio audience. I don't know where the fuck she was, honestly. But then Ronda says, I broke my first arm when I was 14, and then I started to lose count. Because it's hard for Ronda to do math, just like it's hard for her to understand the school shootings actually did happen, and hard for her to understand what pain trans actually is and how trans people actually deserve rights. But that's okay. Ronda can do the good fighting and everything. She fits in just fine with some of the people. And she says, well, she's gonna beat her ass. Okay, this was awkward. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do, but it was awkward. Ricochet then lost to Angel. It's a championship contenders match. But first, they did the kiss cam with Miss Layla Gray. And even though they didn't identify her, she's competed on AEW Dark, AEW Elevation, and I think she competed on an episode of WWE NXT. She also was on a recent episode of Rampage where she faced Serena in one of her 5-minute challenges and lost very quickly. And Layla Gray, I mean, look, she's going to take time to get better, but she's got personality. She definitely has personality, and she has a good look. So let's see what company brings her in. So yeah, we get a distraction, and we get Angel winning. Great Intercontinental Champion right here. I had a feeling that Ricochet was going to end up losing. I just didn't think it was going to be like this. Or at least this quickly. He says, Humberto, get in here. There is a reason why Ricochet does not talk. Ricochet then loses to Humberto because Angel traps his foot and he can't get back in the ring. And then he decides, I'm going to challenge both of them and beat them both at the same time. Or lose to them both at the same time. Watch us get co-Intercontinental Champions when Angel and Humberto double pin Ricochet next week. Watch them do that. Watch them do that for no reason. So, at one point though, the Los Lotharios decide to, cheat when they decided to cheat to win. I assume that was a Fox mandate because the Fox execs, of course, want to paint the Hispanics in a bad light. Zayn deserves a goddamn bonus for this Knoxville bullshit, and it's bad. It's really, really bad. I liked Sami Zayn, but this is bad. And this match is going to be bad. So, Theory runs down, slaps the headset off of Pat. Pat gives chase, and Theory runs into the principal's office, a.k.a. Vince's office, and then he gets called a rat bastard. And then, as the women are making their entrance, Sasha and Naomi, I guarantee you that bodies will fly and limbs will shatter. I did not know we had home footage of the Snuka and Benoit households. Triple H is no longer going to be part of, or no longer going to be active in the ring. By the time you see this, depending on if you see this tomorrow morning, My real honest thoughts on Triple H's 30-year in-ring career may have dropped. I did a run through of his various matches and various moments and stuff like that. It was impossible to encapsulate a 30-year career in one video, and I didn't want to do multiple parts because it's nothing against Triple H. It's time constraints and I thought I'd just give an overview and do that since I was a fair weather fan of Triple H, but I'm just glad he's going to have his health. But you can check out that video when it drops. So, Rhea with Liv versus Sasha with Naomi versus Natty with Shayna versus Selena with a burnt piece of beef jerky. I mean Carmella. It's hard to tell the difference. The beef jerky actually has more expressions on it. And it doesn't even have a face. Fatal four-way, and instantly the women get in there, every single woman. 8 women. I think they had women from the goddamn crowd. They had cotton candy vendors, popcorn vendors, whatever. That is the second most amount of fisting action I've seen between 8 women on camera. Always delete your search history. And Liv's here. Stop thinking about it, Kier Johnson. I know, Kier, stop it. Get some help. And no, I didn't want Rhea to throw and step on me. How dare you accuse me of such a thing, Kier? Stop it. Get some help. And, well, we get back, and the 4 other women were kicked out. Zelina sure tried, and we got a bank statement on Zelina for the win. Sasha's team gets a victory. Hooray! The match wasn't bad. It was a little messy. I mean, it didn't click like the match that they did last week, even with the dodgy finish. And, well, Roman and Heyman arrive, and Heyman's worried. And he says, "Don't worry," Roman says. "You'll be fine. Brock won't be." And Taker's going to drive the NASCAR, a pace car. He thought it meant the master race car. No, Taker, just because it's in the South doesn't mean it's like that. That's where I'm going to knock Taker, because 30-year career, or actually 30-plus year career. Guy's pretty goddamn iconic as far as what he did in the ring. Piece of shit outside of it, but whatever. And if you don't like it, go so to hell. I don't care. Next week, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Finn Balor's in it. Hey, remember when people thought that Finn Balor was going to get a push as a U.S. champion, and he's had that title for, 3 weeks, and they really haven't done anything with him? I'm not saying buried. It's just like, yeah, great job. So, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and Ricochet versus Angel versus Humberto for the Intercontinental Championship are next week, and that's all that's been announced. I have a very, very, very strange feeling those are going to be the only 2 matches. And we're just going to get, maybe we get one women's match. I don't know. Maybe we get a women's match between some women that aren't going to be featured. Maybe we get a women's battle royal. I don't know why you don't do it with the women that you're not utilizing on Raw and SmackDown. I mean, what the fuck? Well, then again, Shotzi might actually be taking time off due to her, due to the passing of her father, and I feel so bad for her. Maybe, I thought maybe she could win it, but maybe they put that on the pre-show. Whole point is, I think we're going to get a lot of video packages. We're also going to get the Hall of Fame. I don't know if I'm going to review the Hall of Fame, guys. There's going to be so much shit going on. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. So anyway, we get a Mania card rundown for night 1. And now Brooklyn gets to acknowledge Roman's meet. And then during his entrance, they run down the card for night 2. I will do my predictions for Mania nights 1 and 2 probably sometime after Raw. Probably next Tuesday, or probably this coming Tuesday, just because I simply am not going to have time later in the week. So Roman and the Heyman, the usual, but the crowd's into it, and then Bork has a pickaxe and smashes up the vehicle, and Roman's like, weapons aren't going to be allowed here, and then Bork shows up and comes through the crowd, gets a chair, is staying on the announcer's table, and jumps down, waffles everybody with it. Might have tweaked his knee, possibly. Who the hell knows? Hopefully he didn't tweak his knee, because Brock's a freakish athlete. He's still a human being, though. And he smashes everybody. Roman and the Usos come down and help Roman powder, and then Roman says on the screen, "You're going to acknowledge me." There you go. Yeah, that was a fine episode of Smackdown. Actually, it wasn't that bad. At least it was breezy. Easy, breezy, beautiful, covered squirrel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.